And
And
for
for
the
the
past
past
couple of
couple of
days,
days,
really,
really,
we've just
we've
been
just been
having a
having
lot
a
of
lot of
choppy
choppy
waters.
waters.
Bitcoin's been
Bitcoin's been
consolidating.
consolidating.
Um,
Um,
let's see
let's see
here.
here.
Go to
Go
Coin
to Coin
Market
Market
Cap.
Cap.
So we
So
do
we
have
do
some
have
good
some good
news.
news.
We have
We
some
have
good
some good
news.
news. We
For
For
Fefe, we
Fefe,
have
we
things
have things
rocking.
rocking.
I feel
I
like we
feel like
have a
we
lot
have a
of
lot
good
of good
things
things
going.
going.
Um,
Um,
More
More
now than
now than
ever.
ever.
You know,
You know,
it's just
it's just these
these choppy
choppy
waters that we
waters
got
that
to
we got to
get through
get
in the
through in the
market,
market,
right?
right?
And
And
the
the
uncertainty with the
uncertainty with the
presidential
presidential
election
election
that,
that,
you know,
you know,
big
big
money
money
and
and
retail
retail
money
money
doesn't want
doesn't
to
want to
invest
invest
and
and
jump
jump
in
in
until they
until they
have that
have that
confirmation.
confirmation.
So,
So,
um,
um,
so the
so the
good things
good
that we
things that
have
we
going
have
right
going right
now,
now,
we're
we're
actually
actually
talking with
talking
an
with an
exchange
exchange
that's in a
that's in a
reasonable
reasonable
price,
price
that's
that's
actually
actually
doable,
doable,
right?
right?
That we're
That we're
trying to
trying to
get
get
funds up
funds up
for.
for.
So
So
that's what
that's what
we
we
started
started
yesterday
yesterday
or
or
last night.
last night.
So
You
we
know, so
just
we just
started
started
that,
that,
telling
telling
everyone
everyone
in
in
the
the
Telegram.
Telegram.
Um,
Um,
yeah, we
yeah,
really
we
want to
really
do
want to
that.
do that.
Hopefully, we
Hopefully,
can
we can
get.
get.
Let me turn
Let me
off the
turn off the
desktop
desktop.
audio really quick there. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's
Oh,
good.
that's good. So hopefully we can get yeah, a cool little 10 grands together between all of us. I already donated a little. I put in 20 bucks. If every single person pitched in 20 bucks, let's see where we get there. And then we can do rounds again. Who knows? And because there's a lot of us, right? There's like a couple thousand of us. Um, you know. So if we all pitch 20, we can do big things with little amount invested each. Um, and that exchange comes with a bunch of other benefits and stuff, which is going to be good. So that's cool. We're working towards getting that exchange. Also, what was the other thing? Oh yeah, we are doing really cool things like the art contests, right? The art contest. Oh my gosh, man! One of the best things that we could have done. Like, if I was to ever do this over again, I would have done an art contest from day one for Fefe. Uh, I mean, 200 bucks. We get to have a fun art contest with the community, with artists. You know, they have a chance to win some money. We get to see cool art showcased by, all the different people in the crypto community and people outside of the crypto community too. I've seen things all the way from art made out of a leaves, made out of a leaf, um, down to, 3D art, all the way to, the art that is like South Park style to, hand drawn art, just a whole bunch of different things, right? So it's pretty dang cool. Videos, short films. Um, and we still have a couple of days left, so who knows what people are going to come out with. I can only imagine some people probably take time to make their art, so maybe we have some works in progress coming out. It's freaking sick. So we got that. Now we're learning as we go too, like we're gonna keep doing these art contests. So we got the art contest going, we got tons of art. Not to mention we also have two artists that we are consistently working with now that want to keep working with us. One is the one that we just dropped the video last night, right? You guys see that video? With the Lamborghini in it and stuff. We have that artist who's making stuff for us, and then we have the 3D artist that's making stuff for us. So the 3D artist is the one where Fefe's on the arrow going up past the planets, and you guys know what the 3D artist is. So yeah, it's super cool. We have two, I think, super legit and unique artists. So there's just so many cool things. You know, that we have rocking right now. Our contest, we have our own solidified artists. Now we have um, what was the other thing? Gosh damn. Oh yeah, and then we have the decks that we're working on that I think we actually have a legitimate good deal on, and I've been told it's a tier 2 exchange. So super bullish. This is the most bullish thing about it, right? It's not that it's just a cheap exchange, uh, that is shitty. It's a cheap exchange that's actually good, because I call 10K cheap because some of these exchanges want like 50K, 60K. So that's like 1/5 of the price. It's beautiful. So I think this is something good we should go for. This is the deal that we've been waiting for, I think. This is the deal and the time. That's why I'm finally pushing it, you guys. Even though we're not at 10 million yet. See, like we're probably not going to reach that goal of trying to get the money put together for the 10K until we start reaching past 10 million, 15 million, maybe even 20 million, because um it's going to take the holders to feel confident and have some profits in their pockets to donate and get us to that point, right? So like right now in the down market at 6.5 million market cap, you know, things are looking a little gloomy to people in the market. The uncertainty with the presidential election and everything. So we'll just have to wait a little bit, but we'll see. Like I think, and even once we get those funds, when the market is heating up again, and we're pressing back towards I don't know 9, 10 million. That's when we go for the listing because volume will be there and it'll be hype, and bam, we blast off. So yeah, this is just kind of the rough draft of all the things that I'm bullish on right now. I mean, and these are all the things that we got going, right? So I feel like it's some of the most bullish stuff that we have had, all together for a long time, or the most bullish stuff we've had yet. Exchange listings, banging good, artists, uh, art contests that we're now doing that we understand and know how to do and how well they actually perform, and how good they are for the community and the actual project itself. So it's just in my mind just all this good stuff happening. So I wanted to at least share that with you guys so you understand we're on the same page. You're like, dang, we're actually doing so many good things are happening right now. And this is just the time in the market where we're having to pull back. So don't get it twisted in your head where you're thinking, oh shit, shit's hitting the fan, everything's no. It's just a pullback. We have so many bullish things happening, um, that it's kind of ironic, right? But fate loves irony, so just remember that. Um, you know, it's almost like a trickaroo, because anyone would be like, this pullback, I'll wait. I'll wait to see what happens. Really, the most bullish shit is happening when shit's hitting the fan, and right before things take off. Things always look the worst right before they take off. That's the same with the chart, right? Whenever you look at a chart, if you're on my live stream right now and you're looking at this chart, you can see when is it that that we blast off to new all-time high. It's after this pullback. It's after we pull back a bunch and then we launch. I want you guys to notice something here. You notice how when you pull back here on the chart, if you're looking at the chart right here on my live stream, if you're looking at the chart, you see we hit an all-time high and then we pull back, we pull back, we pull back. Where did we stop? At this bottom and this top. So let's see. where we're pulling back to right now. So here we've pulled back to this top, and it looks like this bottom. See how there's a bottom right here. So it kind of looks like we're just doing something like that where we're hitting these specific ranges. Here's like a little bottom, you could say. Here's a top right here, and bam, right? So it's ranging around here, here, and then this is where we are. And you can also see there's like maybe a it's touching around this. So yeah, I think this we what usually happens most of the time is once you come down far enough, you bounce, right? And it's kind of looking like a pattern here. We've came down a good amount. Eventually, at some point here, it's looking like it's getting to that ticking time bomb part where it bounces, right? And the thing about charts is the further up it goes, the higher of a chance it's going to come down. The further down it goes, the higher of a chance it's going to bounce back up because there's a level of resistance either way, up or down, where it can only go so far before it reverses. So yeah, if people are looking for an entry, just these are the kind of things to be aware of and keep in mind. It's looking good. Everything's looking good. So the moral of the story, the reason I bring that up is, if you know what you're looking at, things look great. If you don't know what you're looking at, you might be scared. Don't. Nobody ever got to this point holding from when I first talked about it at 20K market cap to this point here at 6.2 by selling at any point for any reason, right? Whether it was going up really fast or going down really fast or going any kind of way. They held and they held and held, and that's how you got to this point. And it was the same with the Bitcoiners, same with anyone. The cycle, you got to understand the cycle. The cycle isn't over yet. Historically, we got much higher to go. So I'm not giving up blue chips like this when people in the market in Wales understand that a coin like Fefe is an anomaly, right? A coin like Fefe to be around a 6 million market cap at this point in time is literally almost impossible to have happen. Like the chances of it happening is so fucking rare, and people understand that, right? So this coin isn't going anywhere here. I'll let you up, legend. But so yeah, people understand that because there's thousands and thousands of tickers, right? That are created. And there's new tickers created every single day, and a very, very, very small handful of them actually do what Fefe did and did it the way that it did it from day one, reaching over a million market cap, over a million volume, that with no dev, with no known team, the community picking it up and just doing it themselves, right? And it's been this way since day one, all the way until now. It's just been the community, a real genuine CTO, community takeover, right? And we've organically, genuinely organically, the team hasn't paid any KOLs. We've been putting in the work. So, and I mean, we can't help what other people do. If someone else happened to pay for some KOL that we don't know about, that's not our fault or problem. Cool. By all means, the community's doing what they're doing. But we, the team, we haven't paid for any like KOL or anything. And so we just keep grinding, and it's been an epic, epic journey. The chances of what has happened here, like I've said, there's thousands of tickers that are created every year. And so the chance of a ticker actually doing what Fefe did, over a million in market cap, over a million in volume within the first day, doing that, holding and maintaining that attention and volume over a million for 6 days or longer, for and the market cap continually growing and going upwards, not just maintaining 1 million, but growing upwards in market cap as well while maintaining that 1 million. That means there wasn't it wasn't all selling volume. No, it was buying and selling volume, more buying volume because the market cap was growing. This coin has gone down in history, and no one can change that. All you have to do is go and look at the chart, and you can see it's written in stone forever. No one can change the past. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of people that try to come out and say, "Oh, my coin's the next one. My coin's the next one. This frog is the next one." It doesn't matter to me unless your coin did specific things from the day that it launched until now. It does not matter to me. There's going to be other tickers that have the name Pepe. There's going to be other tickers that have the name Hoppy. There's going to be other tickers that have the name Fefe. If they do not do what these specific tickers did from day one until now, they are not the chosen one. Pepe OX69, the $3 or $4 billion one, that's the chosen one. Hoppy, the one that is over 80 billion market cap right now or whatever, that's the chosen one. Fefe, the one that we're talking about right now, OXFEFE, that is 6.3 million market cap, 6.2 million market cap right now, that is the chosen one. You can see it historically in their price movement on their chart. What's good, Legend? So that's why these coins, these tokens are set in stone in the position that they're in. The market chose them. The market quite literally chose them. The community market, right? Everybody that's in the market, they chose it. So you can't change that. Can't rewrite it. The only way you can become one of the big boy, the only way you could you'd have to do legendary shit like this, right? That's how you do it. Got to do legendary shit. And this is almost impossible to do. That is the thing. That's the fucking thing. Almost impossible. That's why it's legendary. That's why it's unicorn. Um, and I really believe people just actually do get blessed with this situation, right? Like you can't make this shit up. You can't. Like even the Pepe, the guys who made Pepe OX69, the one that's a multi-billion-dollar market cap, even they, I believe, aren't the reason for it. Like the they got luck, they got blessed, you know, because the market chose it. That's it. It's not like they did anything specifically um different that made them the legendary chosen one, right? The market chose it. So it's the same with it's the same with Hoppy and same with Fefe. The market chose these coins, so that's why they're the legendary ones doing what they've done. If you look at the charts, you can see it historically, you can see the volume, you can see the way that they moved, You can see that they are actually no joke. And I see other I do see other people come out, and well, I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that. But yeah, guys, I'm excited. We got 500K volume like always, just doing super strong. We're If you look at the chart, we see a pattern forming, higher lows, higher highs. That's all we keep creating. You guys, the ones who sit on their hands and have conviction will be the ones who continue to win throughout this cycle historically. And I will be letting everyone know, when I think is the top of the cycle and stuff too. Like I'll be giving everyone, what I think about the cycle and whatnot, and the time frames and whatnot. So, I'm not just going to be trying to help people get into crypto, but I'm also going to be helping them get out of crypto as well and prepare for the next cycle to come. So, we want to do this together. We want to learn together, be successful together. Um, so yeah, it's not going to stop after this cycle. And Fefe is not going to stop after this cycle too. I plan on holding a massive, disgustingly massive bag of Fefe where people will be like, Michael, what are you doing? I want to do that because I want this coin to go into the next cycle and the next cycle and be on some legendary stuff. Also, we plan on updating the banner. Don't worry. We plan on updating the Twitter banner. So we're gonna get that updated just like the OG Pepe and Hoppy. Working on that. It costs money to update it on Deck Screener. So we're waiting to do it all at the same time with everything else. We might make a little change to the website or something. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. So we're waiting to update everything at the same time. We might even update the FEFE, the ticker, make it uppercase just the first letter and lowercase the rest, just like Pepe and Hoppy has. That way it's exactly the same. Because we're the third frog after all. So yeah, if anyone has anything to say, if you guys want to talk or anything, request up. That's all I really have for today. If you take a look at the market right now, so Bitcoin's coming down right now. The whole market's pretty much cooling off. Bitcoin's at 66K from yesterday at 67. So, expect some red, you guys. It's going to be one of those things, right? The truly strong will survive, and that's it. What's up, Explorer? How you doing, man?
Yeah, man, doing good. So I drop into your spaces. Really good talk, man. Like,
Hell yeah, bro.
what are you guys going to do with 3D art, man? Like, it looks so good. Like
With which one?
rescan the 3D models, right? It looks really dope.
Oh, I know, man. We love it, bro. And yeah, the cool thing too is I think those models are probably saved. So all he has to do is just drop them back in, and then he can just change the shape and whatnot.
Yeah,
So
man. Yeah, like I'm a bit of a 3D modeler myself. Like, I really suck at it compared to this guy. But like the models, you can do so much with it, man. Like, I think
dude, that's sick. Actually, I didn't think about that because he's and probably honestly because he's an investor now too. Because when we paid him, what did he do? He went and bought Fefe with it, and he keeps
that's
doing
cool.
that. Yeah.
That's
So
cool.
yeah, so he really believes in Fefe at the same time, and he so And I don't know. It may every time we pay him, is he buying it? I don't know. But what will happen is if he's doing that, the price of Fefe will go up, and his money will go up, and he will be so fucking stoked and motivated. Like you know what I'm saying? When you see it go up, and it's the project you're part of, and
Yeah,
your artwork is directly for it, then you're gonna be like,
exactly.
oh shit, dude, my bag's X amount of money now. Like all of a sudden he's just on the computer making some dope 3D thing, right? Because it's just he's you're part of it. And
Yeah,
so
but
who
that's
knows?
good.
Who knows what happens? Maybe he'll come up with some dope ass little short video. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Like maybe send him Mixamo. It's like it's from Adobe. It's free. If you got a 3D model, they got like a shit ton of like pre-rendered rigging in there, so you can make him. Can make him do karate chops. You can make him dance. You can, and it's
oh,
really
that's
fun.
sick.
So send him
Well,
that. Like,
I'm gonna link you up with him because you're a 3D guy more than me. So I'll link you up with him if you want to give him any tips or anything.
yeah, for sure. Like, I think he's probably already knows this, but if he doesn't, like, yeah, it's a
Yeah, he
no-brainer. It's really
probably
cool.
does know about it already. And he I don't know, he might end up doing some stuff. You already saw the progression, right? Like he made the head swiveling, then he made, like first he made ones that just spin around, and then next one he just made it's like Fefe flying through space, you know? So it's
Yeah,
like who knows what he ends up doing, but he might go further and further. We don't know, but
yeah,
he
that's
was
the thing.
saying,
And like, if you have some budget, like maybe even give him some budget because there's like it's a lot of time to build all these models,
yeah,
like with that. But there's
that's the
like a
thing.
ton of like pre-built models that you can buy. So you can buy entire landscapes, so he can make them walk around there and like tweak it a bit. It's really
Yeah,
cool
yeah.
stuff.
It takes a lot of time,
Yeah, and
to
a good
make these.
buffy PC to render it as well. Like,
Yeah, yeah. It takes a lot of time to render it, to like to save it, to mix it down and send it to me and everything. Um, and then like the videos where he's making it because he records the process.
yeah, that's dope as well. Yeah.
Yeah, and
And
that
also for the
takes
community,
off.
right? To make them show like what actually is needed, because people just see the image, the final image, most of the times, and they don't know there's like hours spent to actually create that image. So it's cool to also show that part.
Exactly, exactly. And so it's cool because I'll just put music to it, and then it just becomes a dope little video. But those take forever too for him. Like, oh, those take a shitload of space. You know?
Yeah, like, but as you said, it's really cool that like it's not somebody you just hired, but an actual holder who also now got Fefe. So as you said, he'll feel bonded with it, and it's a good symbiosis to
Exactly.
have it like this.
Exactly. This is the key, and this is what it's always been about for building with Fefe is because we are truly a CTO, right? So we want this is like I said, birds of a feather flock together, and that's what I'm trying to do, right? I want to bring like-minded people that are working for Fefe just because we want to work for our bags, and that's it. Like I the same way that I am, right? Like nobody's paying me for like a monthly or hourly basis to do this for Fefe. I literally just stepped up. There's no person that came to me and asked me to do it. I literally just started doing it, and so and why? Because I have a lot to gain from it, either through like, reputation or money. And that's the same thing I want from other people. Maybe they have reputation to gain for being a Fefe artist and they'll get reputation through that. And also, they invested into it. So they're a bag holder. So they'll make money. And like all these great benefits that you have from being a community member working for Fefe, right? And so, but that's not going to happen if you don't own Fefe, you know? So and you can see how awesome and what kind of community it fosters and builds when you actually have the artist that is like, oh yeah, dude, I love Fefe. I believe in it so much. Can you pay me in Fefe? Oh no, we don't pay anyone in Fefe. Okay, well, then pay me however you want. I'll buy Fefe afterwards. And it's like, oh dang. Like this is the community members that we want building this with, because in the long term coming, um, it's going to be like, who knows? They could end up staying with us for 2 years because they're like, oh yeah, my $2,000 bag of Fefe is now $200,000, and like I'm still holding $100,000 worth of it 2 years later, and they're still making art. Like what? That's the strongest fucking team and community you could ever have, right?
Yeah, but I also
Rather,
think it is a big change, right? Like last year we've all had like these big ass cabal plays, like people owning. They were deciding, like the teams were always sitting on these high horses, not sharing anything. And like with this new CTO meta, it's really cool because like in the community there's like if you have a community of 1000 people there will be like at least 20 to 50 really skilled people and something
yes,
completely and like harvesting and like using that together as a community and then push it. This is like you can't pay that shit, like the skills
exactly.
that are within a community of 500, 1000, 5, it's insane. Like use
Yeah,
that and you'll always be one step ahead. You can't keep buying hype, but you can make it
exactly.
grow and like reward people like and make them tied to the project, right? Like make them feel heard, make them part of it, and then it's good. And it's not lying, it's not selling dreams. It's you actually want people like that to be part of your community. So it's this
Yeah.
honest flow that's now finally coming
Well,
into crypto, where shady isn't like the only way to earn, but like being honest and working for your bags is starting to become more and more of the go-to, man. It's a good change.
exactly. Exactly. And it's going to become the meta. That's what my thing has always been, was make being the good guy the most successful option, right? That's why we're doing here what we're doing with Fefe, because when they realized like, oh fuck, that Saga guy was a nobody. He just became fucking famous, rich, everything you could ever want. Fuck scamming. Let's just do what he did. Let's go that route. And 50 or 100 people around him all became notable people because they're the original Fefe dudes, right? Like, and then these cabals and these serial scammers or whatever, instead they're like, you know what? Let's just do it the legendary way one time and just call it a day, wrap it up, and we'll be good from there. Like they just
Exactly.
do it that way,
I
you know?
think that's like the dream, right? Like more and more people start to not do these short term, quick flip, like sell dream shit, but more the work. Like eventually, more and more people will start doing it, and eventually, like the shady shit, it will dissipate. Like you will always have like shady shit in crypto, but like the percentage will
Yeah.
go down by
What will
leading by
happen?
example, right? It's to lead by example.
Exactly.
Show them it's not the only way to make funds by stealing from others, but by really building. It's long term.
Exactly. People will start to get they'll be able to smell it, right? They'll be able to come into a meme coin project and they'll be like, yeah, this smells like one of those scam bullshits. Like there's too many legit projects these days. I know exactly how they smell, see, how they look like and feel. This one's on some bullshit, and people will just move straight on, and then they'll find the ones where it's like Fefe, and they're like, okay, yeah, I've seen this before. Let's go. Let's run it to a billion, and people will be all in. And so it'll be good. The space will learn. And there's always going to be new people, but um, even the new people coming in, what will happen is, like you're saying, where it'll be the meta to be good, because people will see, like I was saying, people will see that being good is the way to do it. And that's why people like us, we have to um, be successful and do things like this, because the only way that the bad actors are going to pick a meta where they're not rugging people and fucking them up is if they see that we're winning more than them, if they see that we're winning harder and bigger than them, you know and
Yeah, exactly. I also think like I have had this talk like recently with another guy, and like last bull run, like before last bull run. Crypto was shady, bro. If you did crypto, people thought you were a criminal, like all that shit. Last bull run fixed it, right? We got a lot of like Web 2 applications tying into Web 3. Like the entire, if you say now you're into crypto, your family won't look at you like, oh, what the fuck are you dealing in guns? But they're like, oh, interesting, right? So
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
like the new, and now we are ramping up for this next bull run, and we have a chance to like build this foundation that's built on fucking trust and like working hard. And we've all learned from
yes,
all the selling dreams and from all the oh, but moon tomorrow bullshit. Like we all started to know, like you need to have conviction, you need to work, you need to do.
yeah,
You actually need to do your research and like not go like the gambling aspect needs to is crippling a bit, and it's more like okay, this can actually make you life changing money, and you don't need to watch charts 24/7 to
yeah,
catch the top, bro. You just need to find good place, hold, work, and you'll get there.
yeah, yeah. You don't need to watch charts. That's one thing I always tell myself too. Is like because sometimes you want to go back and look at the chart. Look at the chart. The chart doesn't matter. What you got to do is you got to look at the timeline and smash that like and retweet. That's what you got to be. Just be rating and rating and rating. Don't worry about the chart. Um, and and yeah, like this cycle is becoming more adopted and stuff, you know? Like if we can just if you guys do things the right way and build your name in an early sector, you know, and a new business crypto sector, then you could do some big stuff, man. Build some big things, kind of like the early internet guys, you know?
Yeah, exactly. But I think it is like now we're actually getting at a point where crypto is becoming more than just making money fast. But it shows the other really awesome aspects about crypto, and that's you can start your own company within like a week, have a good idea, think it out, get the right
Yes.
people next to you, and you can start. Like in real life, this is really hard, right? There's all these hurdles. You need to have starting
Yes. It's
budgets,
true.
everything. And in crypto, this is ultimate freedom. And like if everybody starts playing it right, then like it's creative. You can still make money, but you also
Yes.
meet like really cool people. You make connect like for me, it's like paradise here, man. Like there's so many dope people. You just need to find the right
Yep.
minded people and like have some conviction, and your dreams can become reality, right?
Yeah, yeah, it's true. I mean, like I was telling my mom, um, you know, people always talk about getting rich in crypto, but the reality is just like everything else. It's not a get rich quick scheme, right? It actually takes an extremely large amount of effort, and time and knowledge to actually make a bunch of money in crypto. Like it takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of skill. Like the guys who are coming in here and making six figures or $1 million, like there's no mistake. Like they're not getting lucky. They're putting in a massive amount of time. They've been building and they put in the work to get there, right? So people got to understand this. This is no
Yeah, yeah,
shortcut. Even in crypto, the successful guys put in the most work, just like in football or you know,
yeah,
I don't know.
exactly. Like you can be lucky, of course, right? You can get into
Yeah.
crypto, and then the first 6 months hit like a jackpot. And
Yeah,
but
that's
I
like
think
getting
that
a
if you
lottery
get it
ticket
that
though.
fast, you can also lose it that fast, right? But as you said,
Exactly.
like I've been in crypto for like 4 or 5 years, and like grinding and learning everything there is to learn and chatting up with people. And like I still need to have my huge win, but it doesn't matter because like just the knowledge and experience and the people you meet. Like if those are
Yeah.
your set that as goals, because if that just keeps growing, eventually you'll get there. And even if you
Yeah.
don't get six figures in the end of the five, you've learned like a shit ton compared to just doing your day job and watching some Netflix, man. Like,
Well, and don't get me wrong either. I'm not saying that like, you know, crypto is just as a good of route as going to work every day. But what I'm saying is, crypto, you're going to make more gains in crypto than anything else in this world right now, probably is you'll get the biggest returns, I think, you know?
yeah, and you have
Um,
like it's all up to you. There's like
yeah.
you can make it happen. There's not like 50 organizations and people trying to give you. It's like if you put in the work and you keep on going, like there shouldn't be anything that's stopping you except your own mistakes. And that's something
Yeah.
that's rarely being found in life, man. Like
I mean, I literally took $9 the other day, a month ago, put it into this coin, and it turned into $750. You know?
yeah, exactly.
Like
Like,
where else can you do that?
yeah, it's
Dude,
tough. It's and but
I could have
I
told
think
a
even more
hobo.
important is you're probably having fun while doing this as well, right? I mean, it's not like
Exactly.
grinding in a fucking like I don't want to rip anybody's job, but it's like not hard physical labor or like you can have fun, you can laugh well, you fucking
Yeah,
exponentially increase your holdings. So I don't know. For me, it's been a
exactly.
good ride, and like hearing you guys talk and seeing all these other dope initiatives rise up. Yeah, it's dope, man. Like it's a good time to be in
Dude,
crypto.
it is a great time and it's amazing. Like I don't know, man. Like you were saying, it's just so much fun, you know? And like what a blessing it is to find something that we enjoy and also makes us money, you know? I sometimes I think like what the fuck would I be doing if there wasn't crypto?
Yeah, like before crypto, I was like gaming a shit ton of time because
Bro,
you also and
just
then I found crypto
absolutely
and it's like,
fucked. Just so
oh,
fucked.
yeah.
I'll just be playing World of Warcraft,
Yeah,
fucking
bro, like
doing Uber Eats,
grinding that
bro.
epic gear, and now you can grind epic fucking funds and be friends and like new skills and that's also flipping
Exactly.
way so fast, right? Like in a year from now, there'll probably be like five new protocols, like new cool ways people find smart contracts to interact with Web two
Dude.
or Web three. It's constant change. It's like a dopamine on steroids.
Bro, yes, that's the cool thing too, is like you're constantly always learning more and more, right? Like you'll find yourself a year from now too, right? Like okay, so when you first get into crypto, maybe it's just like Robinhood, Coinbase, you got some Dogecoin. Then a year later, you're fucking around with NFTs and meme coins. And then before you know it, you're doing the thing called fucking tracking wallets and reading the blockchain. And then, and then who knows, maybe 4 years from now, like you said, you're fucking making protocols and, it's just step by step though. You don't learn it all at once. And
Yeah, like for me,
it's
I
funny
started
because like the things
crypto.
that you were
Like,
like, you thought you would never be able to learn or wouldn't get into because it's just too much. All of a sudden you're doing it because that's the thing. I think it's just a slow process. Like once you find like you're like, okay, I'm into meme coins now, all this. Okay, what was this wallet reading thing? Okay, here's this tool. Okay, deck screener. Okay, and then you like, okay, token sniffer. All right, okay, bubble maps. Okay, and then you start clicking on it, and these tools that people create in crypto help you dive into the more technical shit. Before you know it, now you know how to track wallets or read the blockchain and stuff. It just
yeah, it's
happens
like
like that. It's
when
not
when
like
I
you just
started
sit down one
crypto,
day
I couldn't
and you're
even
like,
read a chart. I
okay,
didn't even know what a
starting
candle was.
with Dogecoin and Robinhood, all the way to the end, and you just cram it. It's not realistic.
Yeah, but exactly. I didn't even know how to read a chart. Like I had to ask a friend, like how do fucking candles work, and then
You're gonna say
like,
something?
oh yeah, yeah, sure. Like like when I started crypto, I didn't even know how to read charts, and like I didn't know how to build a
I can't hear you
website.
for some reason. If you're talking,
I think I'm glitched. I'll rejoin.
because I see your mic comes off, but then nothing's said. I don't know if you need to leave and come back.
Is it fixed now or still
Yeah,
broken?
I can hear you now. Yeah.
Ah. No, but when I first joined crypto, I couldn't even read a candle. Like I had no clue. Like I know the bit of Photoshop. I didn't know how to build a website, how to read even code. And like 4 years later, like I learned
Damn.
all that shit. You learned how to build bots and wallets, trackers, as you said, man. Like you get good at it. And like every single thing you learn adds to learning this new thing, right? Eventually, like also with like as you said, like you join a group and you see all these generic shill text, you're like, oh no, this is red flags, bro. You get out. It's
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. You kind of get I don't know, what do you call it? A sixth sense, right? You can
yeah,
kind of tell.
bullshit radar.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, and that'll get easier to see. Um, the more projects like us come out, I mean, we didn't come out this way. because I wasn't part of creating Fefe. I literally just found it as an investor, but we took it over as a CTO. The community did,
Well, I
and
know you guys, you sharpened diamond. Like you had a lot of, like you had some obstacles as well. Like I was there, and you guys, it just made you harder, it made you more resilient, and
yeah.
it
Well, and see,
isn't
the
that quick.
more communities that come out and they take over a project and they make it successful and they do the right things and they're good, you know, people will be able to use that as an example of, okay, this is legit, and then they'll see the other bullshit ones and be like, okay, that's complete pure bullshit. I can clearly see that because I can reference from these good ones what they're actually supposed to be like, you know? And so the more good projects that are out there like Fefe, the more people will be able to tell that there's bullshit or when there is bullshit. And so this is good. And I think there are a lot of good projects popping up. It's not just Fefe. Um, Land Wolf on ETH, OX67, they've been proven and tried that they are legit. They're actually a lot like us, right? Where they're actually like a legit CTO that has been putting everything together as a community. It's sick. It's honestly sick. So it's cool to see that we're not the only ones out here doing it, and they are successful. You know, just like us, we're successful too, but they're a much bigger market cap. So it's cool to see that um, they've reached it that far so far. And Ponky, I don't know if Ponky's a CTO or not.
Yeah, but I mean, like even if it's a team, like I hope
But
eventually
they're
by all
doing
these
good things.
CTOs, I hope
Yeah,
people will find eventually like teams will also realize, and then like the fact that there's CTOs is because of bad teams, right?
yeah, exactly. Because the team before they did bad, and then the community was able to take over and do good. And see, that's another one. Like I was saying, with them with Land Wolf, they're going to be another beacon that people can reference on, and then when they see Fefe, they're like, oh, okay, I remember this. This is very similar, and I've heard that from people, so it's good. I think the space will mature, and people will be able to spot the bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Like Landwolf is like a big example, I think, for anybody like looking at how things can also be run compared to. And I think Fefe, like just the vibe in the spaces, it's not all like shouting and like hyping up because it's real, it's honest. I also think like it's so stupid. People always want hype, and I'm like, yeah, but look at the definition of hype. It's like a peak, short lived, and it's over. Then there's a
Yeah.
new hype. So why would you want hype on a long term investment? Like I don't,
Yeah.
I really don't understand that.
Well, here's the thing with me is like I'm just always going to be myself, and everyone in Fefe has pretty much been that way too. No bullshit, no fake shit. And if I'm not going to get on a space and be like, extra hypey. You guys will notice when I'm fucking hype, because that's just genuinely how I feel, you know? So, and
I
it's not
think real
realistic to
hype
be it's not
is
realistic
something
to
you
be
don't
hype
need to
all
need.
the time, right? Like, oh,
Yeah.
just like hype every single time you see me.
No, I think that's the thing, right? Like true hype isn't hype. It's just you're happy, right? You're
Yeah.
for it. You want to spread that message. But like a lot of these projects, like especially in the past, it was hype was a thing. It need to be hype. There need to be like 1,000 messages in chat, or it's not a good investment. You know? And
Yeah, yeah, totally. Well, and that's the cool
course,
thing about this narrative too is people understand the value in it. It's like it doesn't even really need uh the I guess hype you could say where there's 100 people in the chat or like three spaces going at all times. It doesn't. It's proven people know that like Pepe, Hoppy, Fefe. Um, it doesn't mean that we don't. You know, I think the bigger this coin gets too, the bigger the community gets, which it is growing. As you've seen, we were just at 1,300 holders not long ago, and now we're sitting at 2,600 or so. So it's like The bigger this gets, the more it'll grow, especially on Twitter, and people will start opening spaces and doing other things and whatnot. We already have been getting more and more YouTubers talking about Fefe. We have, I don't know if you guys noticed, but look who we were rating on the main Fefe account. You guys know who that guy is? It's the Turbo. He's a big Turbo dude. He helped Turbo get really big, apparently. And so he's tweeting about Fefe directly now because we were rating him. So it's pretty cool. Um,
Yeah, those are milestones. Like that's hype, right?
yeah,
That's foresight, but that's like cool. Like you've been building, and now you're being recognized. You're being recognized by like serious players. So
there's key things that we're doing. It's not all hype, right? Like there's very key relationships in eyes that we're making sure that we're being seen by that are actually so much more important than people could really understand, right? It's like the iceberg effect. It's like you see what people think is that little bit that you see on the top of the iceberg, but really the amount that these things that we are doing is like so fucking big, right? It's the huge iceberg under that you just don't really think about. So these are the key things that being in spaces, right? It's not always necessarily about being starting your own space, right? Maybe it's more so the Fefe family is in other spaces creating relationships with people. Maybe it's us being consistent in rating and showing people love, like, the Turbo guy or Fineo, the KOL, and doing things that we know they want, right? Like maybe when someone does a tweet about their own specific token, we don't rate that one. But when they do a tweet and it's like, you know, what 100x is there today, or GM, my followers or something, we raid those ones because it fits the vibe, right? And then we raid that shit. We create relationships. We're actually thoughtful with what we do. And then when they start fucking with us, like Fineo did, hey, I bought it. Buying more, consistently doing tweets, interacting with us and about us. You know, that's because we were cool with him, and he vibed with us. He understood that we understood shit, and we're actually a good fucking investment. We have a good narrative, and all these things align. And the same with maybe the Turbo guy. Maybe like we've been rating him for a long time. People have been cool and respectful, and we have a good narrative. And he saw the effort we were putting in, so he finally was like, "All right, cool. Let me tweet about him." you know and these aren't just little people. These are like big respected legendary names within the crypto sector. you know so
yeah, but
people.
I think it's also important. Like the only way to achieve this is by the lead, as like the people who push everything, is be respectful to the community. Like you need to
Exactly.
educate like the crowd, right? And then you will
Yeah.
attract the same kind of like-minded people, and then you can like make your message come true instead of like all the empty promises and stuff, because it's everybody's seen it. And like be real, educate your community, that there's more than just quick gains. Educate them about the importance of growing and like connecting with others, and but also
Yeah.
respecting others, right? Don't go like
Yes.
full force into somebody's face like buy now, buy now. It doesn't work in real
Exactly.
life. It doesn't work in crypto as well, right?
Yes, and that's why I brought up the situational awareness kind of thing. Like depending on what kind of tweet they do. Is it something that they would want you to be rating or whatnot. If you know these things, it's going to help you go a long way with creating relationships. And that's the things. We've been creating these relationships with the I think the coolest and key and important and legendary people in the crypto space. These are big things that I think we're doing that is on par, no, actually actually better than paying for KOLs. I truly believe that. So yeah, we just got to keep doing it, and we are doing it, and it's crazy because we've been extremely successful with getting people on board with tweeting about us and just supporting us and liking us or even just giving us their eyeballs and giving us attention. It's like, and we haven't paid anybody. All we did was just show them love. I don't even like to call it rating, but it's just show them love and be active and consistent, and they notice it, you know? And we just be cool and vibe out with them, like in spaces, for example. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. Like I always think, like I'm a long time in crypto. And says, oh, it's not rating. It's like you actually want to present them an opportunity, right?
exactly.
And you can only do that if you really know the project and you're a part of it and you feel it and you've been around for a few. Otherwise, it's like I don't know. Otherwise, it's asking people to pump your backs, and that's always been pretty
Exactly. Like,
tiring.
for example, Shibatoshi Nakamoto, the guy who created Dogecoin, I saw one time he was just like, I don't like it when meme coins raid my tweets. I fucking never tweeted any NFT or crypto in his tweets again. That was it. I was done. I was like, okay, he doesn't like it, cool. Like, if I'm gonna feel awkward about doing a raid on your tweet, then it's the wrong tweet to be doing a raid on. You know?
Well said. Yeah, but it is well said. I also think like normally like in real life nobody does this, right? But we're so indoctrinated by crypto and by like teams constantly telling us you need to do this and like the term work for your bags. Like for me it always it calls up a bit resistance because like bro, I just paid you money. I invested in your company and now I also you ask me to work.
I
Like
know.
it's like everybody says it. And like
I know. I know.
I know it's not the exact meaning, but it's so weird how we're so indoctrinated that this is our normal in crypto. It's like, yeah, of course, like, you need to work for your bags. It's like, I don't know,
Yep.
like
Yep.
paying KOLs, like people that eventually indeed they're in there for money. And they just, I don't know, man. It's like, it's so weird how we actually want all this stuff that doesn't make sense at all because we've had successes or some people had successes with that before. Like time to rethink all this stuff, and it's happening right now. It's really dope to be here.
Yeah, man. I'm happy to be here. It's an experience for sure. I'm uh I'm ready for the market to take off though, to be honest. It's been a fun it's been a fun time. But it'll take off eventually here. It's we just gotta wait. Just gotta wait for this month to go by. Once we get some confirmation on the presidential election, that's when October will start. That's why they say in October. It doesn't necessarily have to be all of October. It doesn't have to be the first day of October. It could be the last day of October where things take off. So, everyone's just got to be patient, hold on. Uh, no matter how bloody it gets, don't let this market fear you out, really, honestly. That's the way I look at it. So, um, yeah, the brave will be rewarded, and the scared and impatient, they're just going to have to chase pumps. That's just how it is. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say for right now. I don't know if you have anything else. Explore.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like I can talk hours about it, but like I think it was nice being here. I'll try to pop in more often if I see space pop up. It's
Yeah, man.
nice
Nice to
vibes,
meet you too.
good talk.
Yeah, good talk. And yeah, thank you for coming up.
Yeah.
Thank you, everyone who listened and came by, and anyone who comes in the future, listens to the recording. Thank you so much for coming by. And yeah, not too long, guys. Bull run's about to start. I really believe it. I mean, that's what everyone's saying. Historically, is also true too. So not much longer. All right, guys. Have a good rest of your day. Stay up.